Hello, Perma people! Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered what connects the food you eat, the way your community works, and the planet's survival? It all comes down to design. Today, we're going to crack open the door to a design system that helps us work with nature instead of against it. Welcome to Permaculture. Why does design, though, matters today more than ever? Our world is facing some pretty big challenges. First, there's the environment. Did you know that 24 billion tons of fertile soil are lost every year? That's like losing 30 football fields of soil every minute. So fertile soil is disappearing faster than we can replenish it. Forests are being destroyed at alarming rates, and in general, climate change is causing extreme problems. And then, there's the financial side of it. Our current economic model prioritizes profits over everything. For example, industrial agriculture can produce food quickly and for cheap. But at what cost? Soil degradation, water pollution, and loss of biodiversity. In this equation, there is also the social challenge, as inequalities across the globe are widening at an alarming rate. The gap between the wealthiest and the most vulnerable populations is growing faster than ever before. Did you know that the richest 1% of the world's population now owns more than half of the planet's wealth? Meanwhile, entire communities struggle with access to clean water, nutritious food, and basic living conditions. This divide doesn't just impact individuals, it weakens our social fabric and erodes the resilience of our communities, which can feel really overwhelming. But here's the twist. We can rethink these challenges and systems in order to create more resilient communities through ethical design. And the way to do it is permaculture. So, let's dive into it. Imagine if our cities functioned like forests, they would be thriving through diversity and resilience. That's what permaculture is about, designing human systems that mimic nature's efficiency. Permaculture was developed in the 1970s by Bill Mollison and David Holmgren in Australia. Bill, a practical scientist, and David, a visionary ecologist, observed natural systems and realized that we could design human communities with the same resilience and abundance. Their work laid the foundation for a design system rooted in ethics and principles. Permaculture isn't just for gardens or farms. It applies to our cities, businesses, and even daily decisions. Imagine applying natural patterns to your commute, your community events, or even how you manage your household waste. This system is adaptable, creative, and most importantly, hopeful. In real life, we can find a real example of that in Sicily, where an informal movement of citizens, associations, and professionals, inspired by the ethics and principles of permaculture, applies and experiments with sustainable practices. For over 10 years, these groups and individuals ranging from farmers to artisans, designers, educators, and consultants have been taking care of land and communities' local projects, sharing challenges and collaborating with regional organizations. Together, they are fostering a new culture of collective social processes, environmental care, and solidarity, all while continuously evolving in response to the dynamic needs of the land and community. Nature doesn't waste a thing. Every leaf, every raindrop serves a purpose. Permaculture helps us design like that, and outputs become inputs. Think of a forest. Trees grow and shed leaves which decompose into nutrients for the soil, feeding the next generation of growth. Everything in a forest has more than one role. Permaculture takes these natural principles and applies them to our human systems. Let's break down two essential principles that showcase nature's brilliance. First, observe and interact. Imagine you want to plant a tree. Before you dig, you should observe how water flows through your neighborhood, where the sun is coming from, and the spots where the soil stays damp. By observing, you find the best spot that the tree will thrive with minimal effort. Then there's catch and store energy. Nature stores energy in soil, water, and living beings. We can do the same. Rainwater tanks, solar panels, and compost heaps allows us to collect energy when it's abundant and use it when needed. It's like saving money, but for nature. For billions of years, nature has been doing exactly that. Why not learn from the best? Near the city of Perugia in Italy, there is the Pantarei project, which uses water reservoirs to collect and store rainwater, which is then reused for irrigation and other community needs. This system helps conserve water and promote sustainable practices within the community. And along with other eco-friendly initiatives, it contributes to the project's focus, energy conservation, and sustainable living. Permaculture stands on three simple yet powerful ethics, and they are very specific in practice. First is earth care. This is about nurturing the planet's natural systems. It means protecting the soil, water, and air that sustain life. For example, Tamera is an eco-village in Portugal. The people living there have built water retention landscapes that restore dry, barren land into thriving ecosystems. The second principle is people care. Permaculture isn't just about nature. It's also about us, and it works as a reminder to care about our own well-being and others. At the community gardens of Prinzessinnen Garten in Berlin, we can observe that in action, where its neighbors come together, share meals, and build human relationships through growing food. And finally, the third principle is fair share. This ethic encourages us to share resources and surplus responsibly. A great example for that is the UK's incredible edible Todmorden, where public spaces are planted with delicious food for everyone in the community to harvest. We can use these three ethics as our compass, since they help us make choices that are positive for us people and the planet. Now, it's time for action. Permaculture isn't just a theory, it's about doing stuff. So, here's your challenge. Look around in your community and identify one small change you can make using these principles. Maybe it's planting herbs on your balcony, joining a local garden, or organizing a cleanup event. Whatever it is, just do it. Start small, dream big, and have fun with it. In the coming episodes, we'll uncover how permaculture applies to water, soil, food, energy, and more. But for now, we need to remember that the world needs more than dreamers. It also depends on designers. Until next time, stay curious and connected to nature.